are you guys doing? Guess what time it is, man? My favorite time of the month. It's time for the mid-month messages. What I am looking for in the mid-month messages is I'm checking to see if there has been a change of timelines. You change timelines by taking the advice from the main monthly reading and applying it to the situation. That could easily, potentially change your timeline. So for those of you who are in need of a personal reading, all the information is right down there in the description of this video. All right, let's see. I haven't even thought about how I'm gonna do this. What should I read first? Well, so with the last round of readings, we did the current person first. Let's go ahead and start this off with the past person. Let's see if timelines are changing between Aries and the person from the past. Are we still on the same timeline? Aries and the person from the past. If timelines change, did they change for the better or for the worse? Yeah, we got a stalker. We got a stalker. We got a stalker. Well, it doesn't really look like communication. If you're waiting on this person to reach out, before I say anything else, let me get the rest of the spread out. Boom. Ooh, could be a fellow Aries for some of you, but I feel like that's your energy. Okay. All right. Now, okay, so this person's keeping an eye on you, and they're sitting there with their fingers crossed, hoping you're keeping an eye on them too, because they're playing it off, trying to make it look like they're happy and have moved on. Trying to make it look like that. And I said that to say this. That's bullshit. No, this still bothers them. This still bothers them. I think they want to talk to you. They just don't know how to start a conversation with you. So I was going to see if any more communication cards came out before I kept talking about it. And both communication cards are in the reverse. So they're doing things to try to get your attention, you know. They could be posting things directed towards you. Maybe you might even see them check out your Instagram story. You know, doing little things to try to get your attention. So for generally speaking, if any of you are wondering whether or not that thing that they did was intentional to try to get your attention, yes, it absolutely was. My all-time favorite is when they go to a 6-month-old comment thread, you know, and reply to somebody else's comment on either your post or something that you're tagged in, just so you'll see their name pop up. Pretending to talk to somebody else, but just so you'll see their name pop up. That's my favorite. But, you know, that's just an example. I think they kind of obsessively stalk you for real. Isn't this the same message that came through last time? My memory when it comes to my past readings sometimes kind of sucks, but I'm about 90% sure that this is what came through last time. So the timeline may not have changed, honestly, y'all. It may not have. Okay, well, let's see what their intentions are. What is it they want with you? Why are they trying to get your attention? What's their goal? You know? What's this person's true intentions? What's their goal? What do they want with you? They just don't want to be alone. They just don't want to be alone. Their little journey since you all parted ways to try to replace you probably failed miserably. Could be a Virgo for some of you. Ooh, they still feel karmically tied to you as well. They're afraid you're still mad at them. This came out in the last spread too. I forgot to mention it. I was going to say something about it, but I forgot, honestly. But yeah, it looks like they got their mind pretty well made up. Do they still have feelings for you? Yes, they absolutely do. However, they are standing firmly on the decision that they've made, and in their ways. They're very stuck in their ways. So, okay. Doesn't really say what exactly it is that they want. So when you have this, you have somebody that has feelings for you. They still feel karmically tied to you, but they've made up their mind. If they still have feelings for you, but they've made up their mind, they're not coming forward. They're not going to be the one to come forward. It's just like you just live in their head and drive them crazy, basically. Essentially, that's pretty much all it is. So even though they don't want to, they're walking away. So I think basically they want you to come chasing after them. They ain't going to be the one to come chasing after you. Dude, Two of Swords and Two of Wands reversed. The Two of Swords and the Two of Wands are basically the air and fire version of the same energy for the most part. And they're both reversed. So this person is very firm in their decision. But it does bother them a lot more than they're letting on. Oh, yes, it does. I guess let's get some advice here. Any advice for this situation? Any advice for the situation? King of Wands reversed again. Hang on. Page of Cups reversed. Well, I don't know if there's any rock solid advice as much as don't buy into the hype. If you go look at their Instagram or their Facebook or their TikTok or their YouTube or whatever the fuck they do, and it just looks like they're having a good old time, don't buy into that. I wouldn't even pay attention to them if I was you. Don't even pay attention to them. Don't even worry about what the fuck they doing. They ain't having no damn good time. This says go keep your options open. But at some point in 2025, preferably sooner than later, using your better judgment as to how much sooner, closure is going to be important. Now remember, you're the only one who can give yourself closure. But it does help if you give your closure to them. Like write them a closure message. You can't technically give them closure, but that does help. That does help nudge things in the right direction, even if it's just a fraction of a degree in the right direction. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. So I think we got this last time too, didn't we? I know some sign did, but you still being energetically attached to this person is making it difficult for your divine life partner to come in. Pushing that timeline out at best, completely blocking it altogether at worst. All right, now let's see. Let's see what's coming in next. Are we on the same timeline? with what's coming in next. Who's the next person coming in for Aries? Is Aries on the same timeline? If timelines change, did they change for the better or for the worse? Ooh, wait a minute. Hold up. So some of you are connecting with somebody at the workplace, but it's not going anywhere. Okay. Wow. This is still talking about a past person stalking you too. Wow. I'm kind of thinking you're going to have an encounter with somebody who is very guarded. Very guarded. Now, I got so many different energies here. This is all over the fucking place. For a lot of you, it's somebody at the workplace. Okay? I know that's not all of you, but I got a lot of workplace energy in this spread here. But you are connecting with someone who's too guarded to let you in. I love how it's depicted in this deck, man. If that ain't depicting guarding your heart, I don't know what the fuck is. So you're connecting with somebody that's really seriously guarding their heart. I don't know how patient you're going to be with this person. I don't know. And for some reason, I don't know why this is important. I don't know why this is important. You have a past person watching you from afar, just being nosy about your love life. For some of you, now I'm going to go way out on a limb here. Some of you may know this, and if you feed enough energy to that, that could successfully, effectively affect you. It could. Just throwing that out there. Whoever needs to hear that. If you know that you got some past person stalking the shit out you, and you know it, and it's bothering you, and that lives in your mind all day, that could affect you effectively. But yeah, I'm seeing that you're connecting with somebody here that's too guarded to let you in. And you may not be very patient with it. It may be kind of a short, quick, on and off, in and out, start quick, end quick type of deal, dude. It might. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like you are catching feelings for them, but at the same time, you don't have the patience at the same time. So, all right. Could be a Leo for some of you. Also have Scorpio here. Well, let's see how they really feel about you. What's their intentions? How do they feel about you? What are their intentions? Boom, 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 boom. Oh, okay. It almost kind of feels like, I don't know if they're just not really trying to fuck around with anybody right now. Hang on. Queen of Pentacles. Ah, okay. Yeah, of course. Every fucking time, dude. They got unhealed heartbreak. So they're kind of just isolating away from everyone. Probably not really trying to fuck with nobody right now. They don't even want to take the chance of putting themselves in a toxic situation. So, yeah, they're guarded. They are attracted to you. Oh, they're very attracted to you. But I think that scares them even more. Because the more attractive you are, the more attached they could become to you. And the more attached they become to you, the worse you could hurt them if you decide to betray them. So they were cheated on in the past. And they were done dirty in the past. Dirty. and their walls are sky fucking high. So don't take it personal. They ain't trying to let nobody in. I don't really think they're trying to settle down with anyone right now. They're scared. The idea of settling down scares the shit out of them. They want to avoid disappointment, avoid toxicity, avoid heartbreak. Okay, well, let's just get some advice for this then. Is there any advice for this? Boop, boop, be-doo. Don't hang around waiting on anybody for too long. Not for too long. Now, I know these things, every path is different. Everybody's situation is different. Every set of circumstances is different. But generally, I like to advise that you don't wait much longer than a month. Sometimes I'll stretch it out to 2 months. I can't even think of a situation where I would say 3 months, just to try to be generous. Most of the time, a month. If we talking and we hanging out and we seeing each other and we dating, and especially if we fucking for a month, and I'm still scratching my head wondering where I stand with you exactly, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. If you genuinely saw my value, I wouldn't have to be waiting around for a month. If you really wanted to be with me and you really saw this potential, I wouldn't be sitting around scratching my head a month later. So, in a way, I'm kind of disrespecting myself, attaching myself to somebody who clearly doesn't see the value of what I have to offer. Clearly, or I wouldn't be confused about it. So, okay. I would take the first month doing the best you can to try to connect with this person at the deepest level. And if you can't, ask yourself, well, how much longer am I going to sit around and wait for you to open your eyes and see the value of what I have to offer? All right. Past person, next person coming in. Let's take a look at the person that you're interested in. I should have done that first, shouldn't I? I probably should have. All right, well, let's see what's going on with the single Aries and the person they are interested in. What's happening? Single Aries and their love interest. Are we still on the same timeline from the middle of January going into February? If timelines changed, did they change for the better or for the worse? Oh, shit. We got that devil card, though. So it could turn sexual between the two of you. Some of you interested in a Capricorn. Uh-oh, karmic wheel reversed. So, I'm seeing communication here. I'm seeing y'all in communication talking. And so it looks like timelines are changing maybe a little bit. Communication, we talking. Some of y'all be fucking, but it doesn't really look like it's going much further than that. And this is telling me that there are lots of red flags in this situation that you aren't wanting to see. That's what this is telling me. Some of you are dealing with a Sagittarius. I also have Libra, Capricorn, and Pisces. So I'm thinking you're attempting a relationship here. I'm thinking so, but there's a lot of red flags. Lots of red flags. Okay, well, let's see their true feelings, their intentions, what they want with you, all that good jazz. Person Aries is interested in. What's their feelings, energies, and intentions towards you? The Fool card. That don't make no goddamn sense. Hang on. Hangman. What the fuck? That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. Karmic wheel reversed again. 10 of Cups again. I don't think this person knows what the fuck they want. Yeah, they're scared. They're confused. They want to jump in head first, but they want to take things slow. They want to settle down and be in a relationship with you, but they don't really know if they're interested in you. They want to come forward with a love offer, but they're kind of wanting to hold back. They're very, very, very defensive, okay, because, you know, whatever their past traumas were from whatever that was that came to an end last, they're just trying to pretty much forget about it and block it out and not think about it. This person's just a generally unhappy individual. They're scared. They're confused. They don't know what in the hell they want. It's like they feel one way one day, another way another day. And that's what happens when you try to block out your trauma. That's what happens. When you get hurt and you just try to run from it and forget about it, that's what happens. So it could be a Scorpio for some of you. Also have Leo, 2 Leo cards. Could be a fellow Aries. Yeah, see? One day they just want to be single and independent. Next day they want to be in a relationship. This person don't know what in the hell they want. They don't know what in the hell they want. And that 8 of Swords popped out again, too. All right, well, what's the advice? What is the advice? Advice for Aries. Uh-oh, Page of Swords reversed. You need to improve communication big time. Uh-oh, 10 of Swords. 9 of Cups reverse. Stand strong in your emotional independence. Okay, well, this is saying when it all comes down to it, you got to do all the things that common sense would tell you to do. Open up, express your feelings and your intentions. Let your concerns be known. Stand strong in your emotional independence. Try not to let this person have too much emotional power over you. But when it all comes down to it, don't let it pop off into drama. Because situations like this are a death cocktail for just a fucking ticking time bomb. Because tension is starting to build. I don't know if you feel it yet or not. I think the majority of you do. Some of you may not, but it is starting to build, whether you realize it or not. And if you let it keep building and building and building and building and building and building and building, eventually this person's going to end up doing something stupid. And you're going to lose your shit. And if you lose your shit, it's going to pop off and turn into a big, ugly, nasty, unnecessary mess of drama. And hey, I know that some of y'all dig that shit. I know how y'all roll. Some of you do. A lot of you do. And that's cool. I'm not here to discuss opinions. I'm not here to discuss viewpoints and philosophies and ideas. I'm talking about strictly energy, frequency, and vibration. Energy, frequency, and vibration don't give a fuck what's fair and unfair. Energy, frequency, and vibration doesn't give a fuck what your feelings are. It just is what it is. Energy manifests a certain way regardless of what your feelings are, regardless of what your intentions are, regardless of what's fair, regardless of who did what should have, could have, would have happened, and this, that, the third, and everything else. This energy isn't going to do anything good for you. Period. 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 It might make you feel good in the short term. Most of the Aries that I've connected with who do get high off drama like that, you get a high off of it in the beginning, right? Makes you feel real good in the beginning. But it just weighs you the fuck down and holds you back later on down the line. And yeah, you can keep trudging through it and trudging through it and trudging through it and trudging through it, but eventually it's going to catch up to you. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. It's not a matter of if, it's when. It's going to catch up to you and it's going to start pulling you down and really start affecting other connections, scenarios in your life, other people you try to connect with, and just other areas of your life that you wouldn't even think would be connected to it. Everything is connected. So just try to minimize the drama. Try to let it be known that, you know, hey, if you decide that you're going to walk away from this, let that be known, you know, so that when the time comes that you just decide to poof, ghost them, they're not wondering what the fuck happened because you done told them. I done told you. If you can't make up your mind, I'll make it up for you. Poof. Ghost. Go Casper the friendly ghost on their ass. Don't go Casper the unfriendly ghost, okay? All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Aries family needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check the description of the video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Stay blessed.